We had nominations from 45 or 46 different states, about 79 different properties, and they range from small acreage, somebody's farm, to some pretty significant acreage. After an exhaustive search, we settled on an 11,000 acre tract on an abandoned mine in West Virginia to be the home of our newest national mine venture base, as well as to be the permanent home for our National Scout Jamboree. Scout Jamborees are normally held every 4 years. We got off track so we could have one in 2010 for our 100th anniversary. So we'll do the next one in 3 short years. And it's even shorter when you consider the fact that a year and a half ago, all we had was trees and dirt in West Virginia, and we have to build an entire National Jamboree site by 2013. And we are up to that task. Our lead donor was a $50 million gift from San Francisco. Stephen Bechtel and his family foundation gave the lead gift, and since then we've raised an additional $60 million. And we're well on the way. A lot of construction going on. It's every time there's not too much snow on the ground, they're working, oftentimes working during the night, doing all the grading. It's a wonderful sight to see. We can't wait until we have, well, we've already had some camping on the site, but 2013 will be the largest test with our National Scout Jamboree. And then we'll do the Jamboree again in 2017. And we will do a World Jamboree. And we were successful in our bid to host a World Jamboree. And scouts from all over the world will come to the United States for the second time in our history. The first time we were at Farragut State Park in Idaho in 1967. And now, again, we will host the World Scout Jamboree in the hills of West Virginia. Just about in the middle of the state, north of Beckley, West Virginia, just off Interstate 77 and 64, at the 2019 World Scout Jamboree. So we are extremely proud to be able to do that and excited about it at the same time. I wish we had until 2019 to get the Jamboree site built too. Doesn't quite work that way. Well, so, you know, it's easy to brag about our participation numbers because we do have a lot of young people in the woods every weekend somewhere. But while our numbers are pretty fantastic, they don't tell the entire story. Just last week at the Outdoor Retailer Show in Salt Lake City, the retail operation of Philmont Scout Ranch, called the Tooth of Time Traders, was named the best in growth in outdoor sports retail. First time ever we received any kind of recognition like that from any of our retail operations, and we're very proud of that, but there's a lot more to that story. Following the recognition of the BSA and the presentation of the award that the director of the Tooth of Time Traders received that morning, they presented the Retailer of the Year Award and the Best in Sustainability Business Award. And it went to a company, Half Moon Outfitters, that has retail operations in North and South Carolina and Georgia. The first words out of the owner of the Half Moon Outfitters, as he stood up to accept the award, was that he couldn't be more proud than to follow Philmont on the podium, because he considered that Philmont made him who he is today because he attended the Philmont Scout Ranch as a young Boy Scout. We never know the things that we do and what they will lead to. And this is an example that we knew nothing about until Mr. Moulton stood up to accept the award. And we're going to talk to him a little bit more about that. But it was an exciting thing for us too. We've entered a new venture called Scouting for State Parks. We've launched it in Georgia and South Carolina. And we plan to go next to Texas and New Mexico with this national venture. We are just about finished the draft of a memorandum of mutual support that will be between the VSA and the National Association of State Park Directors. And I look forward to working with you. We see this as win-win for both of us because, quite frankly, with all the budget cuts that you're facing and the potential loss of services that you don't want to give up, we may be able to help with our partnership. We teach kids to take care of the out of doors. In 2008, we had AmeriCorps 5. Our goal was to put 5,000 scouts and adults in 5 national forests and do 1 week of service in each national forest. With the work that was laid out ahead of time that the National Forest Service directors wanted to get out of the Boy Scouts, usually each of those weeks we finished by Wednesday and did even more than they originally expected to achieve from this. It's amazing what happened. We did achieve almost 5,000 people in the woods for those 5 weeks, and it was a highlight experience for me. I got to participate in 2 of those events. And then we're going to do the same thing at the summit in West Virginia, the home of our new National Scout Jamboree and High Adventure Base. And we'll do that over 3 weeks this summer. And we'll be working in 3 different sites that will benefit the town of Mount Hope, which is the adjacent town to our National Scout Jamboree, because I can assure you the people of Mount Hope have never seen anything as big as the National Scout Jamboree. Being from West Virginia, I can say that. And we're looking forward to that, and they will basically rebuild a bike and hike trail that will connect the New River Gorge National River to the summit, which is just adjacent to the New River National Park. We're excited about that. It'll be about a 40-mile mountain bike trail that they'll be working on. And the thing about that, and the thing about AmeriCorps 5, is that all the kids have to pay their own way to participate in this. They all want to come back a second week during the summer, and that was my experience with them. We have many other collaborations, including Ducks Unlimited, the American Hiking Society, and the Outdoor Foundation, and the Orienteering Foundation, and the Federation, rather, and the list goes on and on. But when we heard the Surgeon General of the United States, not the current one, but the previous one, Dr. Richard Carmona, tell us that the generation of children today will be the first generation of children that will not outlive their parents. We heard that message. That's a frightening message to hear. And after a lot of haggling and discussing and figuring out the best route that we can go, I'm pleased to tell you that we're becoming part of the Let's Move campaign. We were at the kickoff the 1st of December for this exciting program. We're going to be on the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition. And in fact, February the 3rd, we have Shelley Fole, the Executive Director of the Council, coming here to talk to us and to launch this effort in the area. The Boy Scouts have been known as a program that gives back to the community, that gives back to the woods that it uses, and we're proud to do that, and I can tell you that we have no intention whatsoever on changing that mission in the future. Thanks for letting me be with you.